Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudoku and Puzzles. Myself Ashish, and today I'll be covering a video on loop puzzle called Yagilin. Now these puzzles have been taken from Logic Masters India website from Beginners Puzzle Contest, and the setter of this puzzle is Prasanna Sheshadri. His constructions are very good and has an excellent theme and solve part too. Do check out his blog for more of his puzzles, and I'll give the link for in the description below for his blog and even the contest page where these puzzles were featured. And don't forget to see the link for the online interface if you want to solve these puzzles yourself. Coming on to the puzzle, draw some. The rule says that shade some white cells black, and all the other remaining white cells should be part of a single non-intersecting loop, right? And when you shade a black cell, you cannot have another black cell near to it. So if I shade this black cell, all of these all of these four cells orthogonally adjacent to it will be non-shaded and will be part of the loop, right? There can never be a white cell which is neither shaded or not part of a loop. So either it has to be shaded or it has to be part of the loop. And two black cells cannot be adjacent to each other, but can be diagonally adjacent to each other. So if you have a black cell here, you can have a black cell here, right? And the number with the arrow indicates number of black cells in the particular direction, right? So if there is a 2 here, there are 2 black cells in this direction, not more than 2 or neither less than 2. So usually in Yagilin puzzles we have the clues, so these are called the clue cells. These are usually inside the grid, but if you see this puzzle, all of the clues are outside the grid. Even the grey cells which are not having any number or the direction are said to be clue cells, and the loop cannot pass through clue cells. Neither the clue cells are a part of the number indicating the shaded cells. So if you have a clue cell here, the grey cells, the light grey cells are called the clue cells, and if you have a clue cell here, it is not counted as a shaded cell, nor it can be part of the loop. Now let's start the puzzle. One main thing is always mark a white cell, always mark a cell not being a shaded cell with a dot. So if you are sure that this cell cannot be shaded, just mark it with a dot so that we don't have to remember it, and while solving the puzzle we are sure that a loop has to pass through this cell, right? One small trick is, if you have a corner cell, so this is called a corner cell, so a cell away from a corner cell will always be unshaded. So both of these cells has to be unshaded. So if you shade this cell, a loop will go inside this cell because now this becomes unshaded. If I shade this cell, this becomes unshaded and a loop will pass through it. It will go inside, but it will not connect to the any part of the loop, neither it can come out, right? So a cell near to a corner cell will always be unshaded. So these are the 4 unshaded cells. These are the 8 unshaded cells. One more trick here is, at an edge, if you see at an edge, row or column anywhere, you cannot have 2 shaded cells and 1 white cell in between. So if you have such instances, it happens to be the same as in the corner. A loop segment will go inside but will not connect to any part of the grid, and neither it can come out and connect to other part of the loop segments. So whenever at an edge, you cannot have 2 shaded cells and 1 white cell in between. So there has to be minimum 2 white cells in between. So you can have this instance but not this. And this trick is not only applicable at an edge but also applicable one cell away from the edge. So what do I mean by this? So I said that this trick cannot be possible. This trick cannot be possible even one cell away from the edge, either the row or the column, right? So even at an edge near to the edge, so if you see the second row, I mean to say second row, second column, or n minus 1 row, n minus 1 column. So if there are 8 by 8 grid, second row, 7th column, and 7th row and second column will never have this instance, the same instance that 2 black cells and 1 white cell in between. So what happens if this is the instance? This loop has to go through these cells and this cell gets stranded. So even at an edge, or one cell away from the edge, there has to be minimum 2 white cells in between 2 black cells, right? So this trick will help you to solve the 3. If you see, this cannot be shaded. Now if this is shaded, these 2 cells and these 2 cells will be unshaded, and which makes these 2 cells as shaded. So you have only one white cell in between. So this is unshaded. The same way this has to be unshaded, the opposite symmetric possibility. So if this is shaded, this and this has to be shaded. So which means that these both cells are unshaded, and you have exactly 3 places for the 3 black cells. One is this, and one of these 2 cells will be shaded. We are not sure which one, but one of these 2 cells will be shaded. So one more trick here is, if you have one of these 2 cells, there are 2 cells and one of these 2 cells has to be shaded, and such instance occur at an edge. If such instance occur at an edge, the orthogonal 2 cells of those 2 cells will always be unshaded. So what happens if one of these cells is unshaded? So if this cell is shaded, we know that this won't be shaded and this has to be shaded, and this cell gets stranded. A loop cannot go inside it, and it has to be part of the loop somehow. So it means that whenever you have one of the 2 cells to be shaded at an edge, the other 2 cells orthogonally adjacent to those 2 cells will always be unshaded. And if I say it in an easier word, a 2 by 2 area at an edge will always have only one shaded cell. So you cannot have 2 shaded cells in a 2 by 2 area, which the area it has an edge. Area, if it is at an edge, you cannot have 2 shaded cell in that 2 into 2 area. You can have 2 into 2 shaded cell in a 2 into 2 area anywhere in between the grid, but not at an edge, right? So if you see this 4, there are exactly 7 cells, and out of which 4 cells has to be shaded and 3 cells will be unshaded between each of the shaded cells. This was the easy start for the puzzle, and this loop has to continue this way to make sure that this cell is fulfilled by the loop, and this is unshaded. Now this will go this way, this is unshaded, this has to go this way, which makes this cell shaded, right? So in Yajalin puzzles, you will always encounter some of the shaded cells which are not part of any of the clue cells indicating that shaded cell. So if you see this shaded cell, it is not part of any of the clue indicating it. So there is no arrow or no number indicating this shaded cell. So there might be some instances where you have a shaded cell not indicated by any of the number or arrow. So now these both are unshaded. This is go this way, this will go this way. This is unshaded, this has to go this way, and this has to go this way. For the 1, we have already fulfilled one shaded cell, which makes a loop here, and the 3 has to be this way, right? So for the 2, as I earlier said, even one cell away from the edge, you cannot have 2 shaded cells and one white cell in between, right? So it means that this cell cannot be shaded. So if this cell is shaded, these both will be unshaded, and you need one more shaded cell. It has to be either this way or this way, and both the ways you have only one white cell in between. This means that this has to be unshaded, and now one of these 2 cells has to be shaded and one of these 2 cells has to be shaded. Same way for the 2, one of these 2 cells has to be shaded, right? Now one similar trick is, if you shade this cell, this loop segment will either go up or go towards the right. So if it goes either way, one of the white cell will be stranded. So if it goes towards the right, this white cell is stranded and a loop cannot pass through it, and if it goes towards up, this white cell is stranded and a loop cannot pass through it. So this has to be unshaded, which makes this black cell shaded, and for the 2, this black cell shaded, and this has to go this way, and this loop again cannot go up or left or right, because it has to pass through this loop segment, this cell, right? And this has to go this way. So for the 2, again the same logic which we applied here. If you shade this cell, this loop segment will connect to this loop segment, and you have one white cell stranded, not having any loop passing through it, which means this cell has to be shaded and this will be unshaded, which gets one shaded cell for the 1, and you cannot close this way because you form a separate loop here. There will be 2 loops, so it has to go up and this has to go this way. This was one of the easier puzzles of the contest. Now the second puzzle is quite a tougher one. If you see here, all the clues are inside the grid, right? And such a good theme it is. All the clues are symmetric. And to start the puzzle, let's mark all the 0 clues having no shaded cell at the row or column for this 0. Now the first thing we did in the earlier puzzle was marking the unshaded cells near to the corner, right? Now in this puzzle, this is a corner, right? But we can't unshade this cell because now this is a clue cell, and a clue cell are not part of any of the loop segments or the shaded cell, which makes this cell act as a corner. Now this cell acts as a corner, and which makes this cell and this cell as unshaded cells, right? Same way for this cell acts as a corner, which makes these 2 cells, and for this cell this cell makes these 2 cells, and for this cell this. So these cells cannot be shaded because you will have a loop stranded in between. So this 2, and if you see for the 2, one of these 2 cells, none of these 2 cells can be shaded. So if you shade this cell will be stranded, and if you shade this cell will be stranded. It means both of these cells are not shaded and a loop has to pass through them, which makes only 2 cell available for the 2, right? And this loop segment has to go this way. So if it goes up or towards the right, it will stranded this cell and it has to go this way. Loop, let us mark the loop for the 0. The same way for the 1. So none of these cells can be shaded. So if you see this 3, one of these 2 cells has to be shaded, one of these 2 cells has to be shaded, which makes only 1 cell remaining, and this cell, right? So just mark the unshaded cells. It has to go up. So one of these 2 cells and one of these 2 cells, which makes 2 cells already shaded, and 2 is fulfilled within this area. So we can unshade these 2 cells. So if you see for the 1, any of these 2 cells will be shaded. And the same trick which we applied in the earlier puzzles, a 2 by 2 area can never have 2 shaded cells, right? So we know that one of these 2 cells have to be shaded. So for these 4 cells, this cell has to be unshaded. So if this is shaded, this will be shaded, right? So which makes this unshaded and these 2 cells also unshaded. So this is a 2 by 2 area, and one of these 2 cells is shaded, which makes these 2 cells unshaded. These kind of tricks help you to solve some tougher puzzles too. Keep in mind one more trick is, actually that trick is not applied here, but will be used in many of the Yajalin puzzles where group logic is required, grouping logic. So a 2 by 3 area, 2 by 3 cells, so total 6 cells. A 2 by 3 area will never have 3 cells shaded, right? So what happens, there are only 2 possible ways of shading 3 cells in a 2 by 3 area. Either this area this way, which makes this cell standard, or this way, which makes this cell standard. So a 2 by 3 area will never have 3 cells shaded and will have only 2 cells shaded. So for the 3, if you see, one of these 2 cells will be shaded and one of these 2 cells will be shaded, which makes only 1 cell remaining for the third shaded cell. And let us continue this loop. So one of these 2 cells are shaded, one of these 2 cells are shaded for these 3, and for these 3 and 2, these 2 cells and these 2 cells. So one of the break-in here is, if I shade this cell, the remaining shaded cell for the 3 has to be this, and the remaining shaded for this 3 and 2 has to be this. Now if you see, if I make a loop in all of the white cells adjacent to this black cell, it forms a separate loop, which is not possible because we can have only one single non-intersecting loop. So this means that this cell cannot be shaded, which gets one of the shaded cells for the 3, this 3 and 2, and one of the shaded cells for this 3 and 2, and the other shaded cells also. So now only one remaining cell for this 3 and one remaining cell for this 3. So just by this cell eliminating, we get 4 shaded cells and can continue the puzzle easily. So this has to go this way, which makes this cell, so if you see now, if we unshade this cell, a loop has to go in but cannot come out and makes this cell stranded. That means this cell has to be shaded. This cell might not be any part of a clue indicating that it has to be shaded or not, but as we know that there can be some shaded cells not indicated by any of the clue cells, it means that this can be shaded. If this is unshaded, we have a single loop going inside loop segment, but no way to connect. So this has to be shaded, this has to be this way, this has to be unshaded this way, and this loop segment cannot go up or right, which makes this cell stranded, so it has to go down. Same way, this loop segment cannot go towards left but has to go towards right. Let me say you one more trick here. I will not connect this cell towards right. Sometimes you will come across this trick. If you see, this is a closed area. None of these loop segments, if you see, none of these loop segments can go towards the right of this right of the grid, right area of the grid, right? So this loop segment is stranded. These loop segments are stranded in this area, and none of these loop segments can go out towards the right of the grid. And let us count how many loop segments are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So you can never have odd number of loop segments in a closed area. So what happens if it is the case? There will be 2 loop segments connecting each other and other 2 loop segments connecting each other. So there will be one loop segment which will be stranded and not connecting any part of the other loop, which means that you should always have even number of loop segments in a closed area. So there are 5 loop segments in this closed area, but if you see this loop segment, it has 2 ways to go. It can either go towards the right or towards the left, and if it goes towards the left, it makes it 6 loop segments in this area, even number of loop segments, which will make the puzzle unique and not wrong. So there will be no error in the puzzle. So if you have at any point of time, when you come across such cases where you have 5 loop segments in a closed area, it means that you are solving the puzzle wrong. So this loop segment cannot go towards right. If it goes towards right, you have just 5 loop segments here, odd number of loop segments, which will make the puzzle wrong, right? Which is wrong and not solvable. The puzzle will not be solvable. So this loop segment has to go towards left, which makes this loop segment go towards the right. So the other way of solving this puzzle was making this loop segment towards the right. So if you see this one now, it has 2 possibilities, and if you shade this cell, the same we came across in the earlier puzzle, this loop segment will either go towards the left or towards the downward direction, which makes one of the white cells stranded, right? So it means that this cell has to be shaded, and let us shade this cell. Now if you see, these 2 loop segments cannot connect each other because it will form a single closed loop. This is a single loop, and these 2 segments cannot connect to each other. That means that these 2 loop segment has to go to other part of the grid to connect to other loop segments, and this is the only way to go, which means that this loop segment cannot connect to this loop segment because it will form a single loop again. This loop segment has to come down and it has to connect this way. So it cannot connect this way because both of these cells has to be shaded then. So it has to go this way, and these 2 cannot connect. The same logic, that this form a separate loop, which means this is the solved part of the left area. So we unshade this because the one is already fulfilled. And if you see this one, it has 3 possibilities, right? Any of these 3 cells will be shaded. One of these cells will be shaded. What happens if we shade this cell? This area, this cell and this cell is stranded now, cannot connect to any part of the loop. And what happens if I shade this cell now, right? If you see, if I shade this cell, this loop segment has to connect this way, and this cell is again shaded because a loop cannot go inside and come out again, which makes this cell as shaded, and there are two shaded cells in that direction, but we need only one. You cannot have greater or less number of shaded cells indicated if indicated, right? This means that this cell will also not be shaded, and the loop has to go this way, which makes this cell shaded and which makes this cell as shaded, and only one cell remaining for the one, right? And it has to go this way. We will not close the loop because we form a separate loop here, so we have to extend it, and we have completed the puzzle. So there were few things that we learned in this Yajalin puzzle. Is a 2x2 area at an edge will never have two shaded cells in it, and a 3x2 area or 2x3 area at anywhere in the grid will never have three shaded cells, and one cell away from the corner will always be unshaded, and at an edge or one cell away from the edge, at any row or column, one cell away from the edge or at the edge, you will never have two black cells and one white cell in between. You need to have at least two white cells in between of two black cells. So these were the tricks that helped us to solve this Yajalin puzzle. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do like and comment if you want us to solve any other puzzle genre or a Sudoku variant, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.